So, where to even begin? First of all, we got Morgan back in the game again. We missed her last game, but now she's back again. I have to wonder though, where is she? Ah, she's here in the garden. Nice. And then after that whole debacle with having to figure out on our own who is going to rule all of Orlais. Um, we also find out that the chantry wants either Cassandra or Leliana to be on the Sunburst throne, aka being a divine. And I'm like, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. Okay, first of all, we can go ahead and, well, first of all, empty out our fucking inventory, whatnot. We were wearing this, right? Yeah. Okay, so I can get rid of all the other stuff. And then... Okay. First of all, let's talk with everyone. See how what everyone's opinion is and whatnot. Also... Oh yeah, look, we also have relations now here. Interesting. Oh, they're talking with the Grey Wardens. Okay, Cassandra?
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
About what? The divine stuff? Is she bothering you?
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Is that even possible?
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
You can refuse if you don't want it.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The chantry, the circle of magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
You really feel that way?
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the chantry's wishes? In all my years as a seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
So do better.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
And what of Leliana?
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change?
What would you change about the chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
I don't want to do this just yet because I want to hear Leliana's side as well. Maybe I can decide from there on out. So a new crusade for you.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Well, that's good at least. Let's see, the quartermaster has something
Hold here,
to
I'll
say.
sum it up. Of course, sir. Please. Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
Halam Shiral caused a stir?
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Are you well supplied?
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Okay, let's see. And then there's also the thing up here for the towers, I believe. Leave it on that side. Yeah, here it is. Ooh, so we can have Templar Strength for Preparation, a cosmetic upgrade that shows commitment to the utility of vigilance. The tower becomes a Templar hold to rival any in Sovereign Thedas or Mage Cunning and Influence. A cosmetic upgrade that declares the Inquisition's commitment to careful magical study. Skyhold's Mage Tower will be the envy of any circle. We'll have that one. There you go. Okay, we can make our way down then. Oof. Broken a few bones there. Hello, Cram.
Shame the alliance with the Chief's people didn't work out. He hasn't said anything, but he's feeling it.
How can we use you?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers?
A few Orlesian nobles didn't like how things ended at the Winter Palace. They're not rebelling outright, but they've brought in mercenary companies in preparation. The Chargers have a good reputation. If we go in, we can buy the companies out from underneath them. The nobles will lose the men they meant for causing trouble, and the Inquisition gets some fresh blood.
We'll talk later. You wanted to see me?
Ooh. Ooh.
Bull!
I got it!
Ooh,
my
Canary.
sword's dust. Yours is scattered all over the ground, those. Sorry, boss. I thought I might need backup. Guess I'm not even worth sending professionals for.
You were expecting them?
You knew the assassins were coming?
Little change in the guard rotation tipped me off.
You could have warned me.
Why didn't you tell me ahead of time?
You go through years of Ben Hasrath training to hide facial expressions when I wasn't looking. See? Like that. If I'd warned you were the guards, the assassins would have been tipped off.
How's that wound?
Are you all right?
Fine. Hurt myself worse than this fooling around in bed.
The knife could be poisoned.
What if they used poison?
Oh, they definitely used poison. Sarcomec, liquid form. If I hadn't been dosing myself with the antidote, I'd be going crazy and puking my guts up right now. As it is, it stings like shit. But that's about it.
Should we retaliate?
Are you interested in getting some payback?
Against who? The entire Ben Hasrath? Besides, this wasn't serious. Sending 2 guys with blades against me? That's not a hit. That's a formality. Just making it clear that I'm Talva Shoth. Talva fucking Shoth.
Will you make it through this?
Are you going to be all right?
It's a knife wound, boss. I think I'll live. I'm fine. Thanks. Anyway, I'll get this cleaned up and let Red know what happened. Boss, whatever I miss, whatever I regret, this is where I want to be. Whenever you need an ass kicked, the Iron Bull is with you.
That's good. Where am I? Oh, I'm near Blackwall. Okay. Well, let's go back.
Just to know what day I was born.
That's what she said, sir.
I don't see why that...
She said it was important, sir.
It's already passed.
Aww, we didn't celebrate it. Okay, let's see. Go to Sarah first.
Welcome back.
Let's see.
One for the Empress, for Gaspar, Brianna, the Duchess, and Christopher. Right bag.
Remind me not to get you mad.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one Empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Earwigs. That would stop a ball.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an Empress. That, and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
Their mistakes made it worse.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
There we go. Now we can go to Cole.
Very well.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Did you like the masks?
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
Oh, Colin.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing. I know what the game entails. the indifference to it all.
That's how you play the game.
Showing interest reveals weakness. Something nobles are quick to exploit.
No doubt you're right. The chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. The Empress rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
I want to know more about you.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
Are you against Templars now?
Do you think Templars should cease to exist?
No. I may have chosen to leave that life, but I respect those who remain. Magic ungoverned could tear the world apart. It's doing so now. Templars are trained and able to confront such dangers.
What's the answer then?
What would you suggest?
Some call the Circle a prison that can only breed resentment. Perhaps opportunities to work outside the Circle. A mixed military service or healers' clinics with Templar support. And there must be a safer way for Templars to leave. Templars can lose their memories to lyrium. Some call it a gift, to forget the failed harrowings, the demons. Some atrocities haunt me still. But to lose what good I can recall, I nearly lost my mind once. It is no gift.
It's not a bad idea.
I like the sound of that.
I'm not sure it's the answer, but something needs to change.
Is your family alright?
You've mentioned siblings. With everything that's happening, do you know if they're all right?
I've received word from my eldest sister. She was always good at tracking me down. South Reach has experienced the same chaos as everywhere else. My family is fine. Pray they remain so.
Tracking you down?
Your sister tracked you down. She didn't know where you were.
I let her know I was in Haven. She assumed I survived. It's not the first time. I may have neglected to tell her when I was transferred to Kirkwall.
Why?
I wasn't in a good state. I wanted only to leave. I received an angry letter about my disappearance 2 years later. For all her reprimands, it was a relief to hear from someone who knew me before the Blight.
What is it you regret?
You still regret the man you became after leaving Ferelden?
After the Ferelden Circle, I thought all mages were like the ones there. Knight Commander Meredith's methods were harsh, but they kept people safe.
Meredith was wrong.
You said Meredith was unstable.
She was my Knight Commander. I had no reason to distrust her. She wasn't wrong about the Blood Mages in Kirkwall. Meredith encouraged my anger towards the mages. There was only so far I would go, and she knew that too. I was her second in command. She kept decisions from me, those I would question. I believed she was serving the city. I never thought to question her, not until it was too late.
It wasn't your fault.
You can't control everything. You stood up to her in the end.
If I hadn't, would I be like her now? I wanted mages locked away as much as she did. I trusted they were treated reasonably well, but I should have done more. I should have looked into it. It's not yet enough. The Inquisition is my chance to atone. I will see it through.
What will you do next?
The Inquisition won't last forever. What will you do when this is over?
To be honest, I hadn't given it much thought until recently. I'm not used to having so many possibilities.
That was all.
That's all I wanted to know.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Sure, sounds good. Oh, Blackwall. Oh, you're not Blackwall, you're a friend. Oh, Blackwall has something to say.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
Sure.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You saved it?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You were a child.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Your eyes aren't shut.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
No.
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
You okay, Blackwall? Let's see. Wait, he's no longer here? Where the hell did he go? Ooh. A message from Blackwall. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve you. Wait, what happened?
The spy master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Gone where? Leliana must know.
Go on. Leliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
A crumpled report. A crumpled sheet of paper. It looks like it was removed from a recent report to Sister Leliana. Lieutenant Cyril Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Callier massacre of 937, was captured in Leeds. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Mornay insists that he did not know who he was assassinating, and that he was just following the orders of his captain. This captain, Tom Rainier, is still at large. Mornay is to be executed within the next week in Varayo. Why would he have that? Let's see. We also have some new hearts, if I remember. Yeah, I believe it was this one.
That'll do fine.
Yeah. You have to speak with Leliana? Or do you have to go to Wario or something? Let's see.
We don't have...
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Do you believe I'm the Herald?
Tell me the truth, Varric. Do you actually think I was sent by Andraste?
Shit. This is going to be awkward. I guess I do. Either you're guided by the hand of some higher power, or you have the worst luck.
You believe in Andraste?
I wouldn't have pegged you as an Andrastian.
It's a great story. It's got heroism, love, betrayal, and random musical numbers. What's not to like? I don't have a nug in this race. It could be bullshit, it could be true. I'll never know. But I like the idea that maybe you could save the world with a song.
Could be both.
Let's be realistic. It could be both.
You've got a point. Look at all the shit that's happened to you. You were saved from the explosion that leveled a mountaintop and fell out of the Fade. You traveled through time, faced down one of the ancient magisters who started the Blights, had a mountain fall on you, and lived. Single-handedly saved the Orlesian Empire. Stopped an army of demons. One of those things would be impossible. All of them together? That's a miracle.
I see your point.
I'm starting to see your point.
Just try to warn me before falling into the Fade again, would you? I hate that place.
Ah, there you go. Ah, look, more got added again.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You've seen this before.
You miss court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celene should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
Is Briala's fate a problem?
Am I sensing concern over how we dealt with Briala?
No. Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Who then?
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
I admire you.
You're an admirable man. Not many people know who they are the way you do.
Thank you. Both for saying that and for seeing that. Few in this world can see me, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears.
Let's see. Does Dorian have anything to say? Oh yeah, look, it says here I have to attend Mornay's execution.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Happy you could help.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should go.
Naturally.
But also some research. Okay. Where's Leliana? There she is.
So it's
true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
But what do you want?
Is becoming divine something you really want? When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
I will help if I can.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it. And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Fair enough. There you go. Let's see, you can go down then. And go to Vivienne.
Inquisitor, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking you for help. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the civil war.
Tell me about the wyvern.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
What is this formula?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivienne. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You won't tell me.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but you won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. You wouldn't want me to speak about your many issues, I'm sure.
Why do you want my help?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
I'll help you.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Let's see. Oh, there's a book here. Vivienne's alchemy notes. A suitable replacement for the primatus root must be derived, as the plant went extinct during the Second Blight. Dried red moss cut from a wandering hill has shown similar restorative effects. An emulsion of silverite and elfroot extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with magical flame. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn at too low of a temperature. The heart of the snowy wyvern must be added at the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light. Even if stored in perfect darkness, it is only viable for 3 days. It begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effects decreases steadily over time for the moment it is synthesized. By second day, the results are almost too subtle to detect. By the third, it's entirely useless.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression, who is this potion for?
Yeah, good question. Okay, we can jump down here then. We can talk with Morrigan. Hello.
You're the Inquisitor. Mother never told me the Inquisitor was an elf.
No. Mother? Who's your mother? Who's your mother?
And just who is your mother?
Mother is the inheritor. She who awaits the next stage.
What?
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
Holy shit, that's the kid. At the end of Origins, that's him?
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
He's your son.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad, perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Where is his father?
Will his father be joining us as well?
I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
You must be proud.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough
Shading
without my
flemeth.
adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
You know about Skyhold?
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Celene, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I'm rather fond of it.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Thank you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
Good point. Okay, let's see. Can get some of these plants. No, they're not done yet. Okay. But these are at least. That's good. Okay, we can go ahead and speak with Josephine then. But we also have someone to judge.
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture. You spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Welcome to my party.
Out of your element, Floriane. Welcome to the Inquisition. My party. Despite her posture, Lady Floriane has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celene does not know her fortune.
Put her guile to work for us?
She remains a creature of formality and opportunity. We have use for both. Grand Duchess, Josephine will see that your wiles profit the Inquisition. Don't disappoint.
Oh, one must remember that
the majority fucking disapproves. Fuck. I'm not sure if I like that, because I don't know. How about a jester's outfit with bad shoes?
She has caused no end of misery. It's time she brought some joy. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, jester to the Inquisition, in flat shoes.
History's greatest malevolence, Inquisitor. I am the jest of Orlais already.
There you go, that's a bit better. Okay.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
I don't blame them.
You don't see the Empress of Orlais almost killed in cold blood every day. Not so brazenly, no. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
Celene knew.
The Empress realized she was in danger. She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
It was very exciting.
Playing the game was thrilling. We did just make history. Indeed. Tales of this affair have begun circulating in Val Royal. Although I do wish Varric would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of the evening.
Let's see. Can go to the war table, take care of all the missions there.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition? We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celene will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus's followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Let's hope for deserters.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
We'll keep them there.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one.
Morgan.
Fortunately, I can assist.
Please continue.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Show me?
This is an Illuvian.
Ooh.
An elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed.
How did you manage to get it here?
One at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
An elfin artifact.
This belonged to my people.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead? If this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
Ooh, there's so many here. But it looks like some of them are broken.
The crossroads. A place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
So that means that Meryl's Illuvian also ends up here somehow, right? But that is only if she can manage to fix it. It's incredible.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable.
Ah, I
As for
see.
the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How do you know which ones can be? How did you find this?
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Ah, this is where she went
Not all the mirrors
after
lead
Witch
back
Hunt.
to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What does that mean?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
Opened from this side?
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
You have a key?
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
So Corypheus wants this. And it's also important to remember that we saw an Illuvian in the Faith, right? Or was that just made up because, you know, the Faith makes up shit?
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Interesting. Okay, let's see. Should go back then to the war table so we can again take care of the missions there.
She's one I would offer no mercy. We nearly got a dream about her.
Okay, let's see. Here it is. Commander Cullen, your men arrived this morning. It's good to see the Inquisition still trusts Templars to perform their duties. Once we ensure that Hashmal's circle is stable and that no dangerous items fall into the hands of unsuspecting scavengers, we will join you ourselves. Knight Commander Bryson. Nightingale, it's been some time since I crossed paths with your agents. It was only natural both they and I chose the night of Duke's M's ball to pay a visit to his private collection. I confess matters nearly became unpleasant. I am grateful your agents still remember the appropriate phrases when we in the delicate art use. While I prefer to avoid political entanglement, I wish nothing but good fortune to the Inquisition in restoring order in these troubled times. The article in question was among the lesser of the items in which I was interested, and your agents were most welcome to it. I am pleased that this matter ended with harm to none save from Duke's M's pet, Wyvern, and his collection of rare Antivan water clocks. Until we meet again. R. Getting a judge favor. Inquisitor, Judge Alt has signed the papers we need to present the Duparakets as nobility again. There is now only one step left. A royal minister must ratify them. Please come see me when you have a chance. The judge passes on his compliments, by the way. Apparently the hunt was a marvelous bit of sport, and our soldiers acquitted themselves bravely against something called a screaming man-eater. The infirmary reassures me the injured will make a full recovery. Josephine. Okay, let's see. We also have this. Investigate Lord Enzo of Antiva. A report from Antiva delivered to Leliana. The Venatori are smuggling red lyrium into Antiva, but thus far they have evaded our grasp. We believe Lord Enzo of Rialto is assisting them. Enzo is clever, well-liked, and has relations among Antivan royalty. If we approach him without proof, he will bury his tracks and turn his allies against us. We must handle this carefully. Mason. Lord Enzo attends the theater in the same night each week. His home is empty, save a few servants during that time. My agents could pay him a visit. I have a cousin in Rialto. If she threw a soiree and invited Lord Enzo, his house would be clear for Liliana's agents. I'll go with Leliana.
Inquisitor.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, we also have this. Red Templars on the Storm Coast. Reports indicate that Red Templars have taken over an old dwarven port on the Storm Coast, granting them a foothold in Ferelden, as well as an easy access to the Waking Sea. The port itself provides a strong defense from outside attack. A full assault by our soldiers might eventually yield results, but not without high casualties. A smaller group may have better luck infiltrating their stronghold. Okay. Small initial attacks could secure the surrounding area and distract the Templars from our larger plan, or we do not want to draw attention too soon. My agents will find a way to enter the stronghold without altering the Red Templars. We can do that. Our agents have required access to the Red Templars' foothold on the Storm Coast. The Templars feel themselves secure. It is time to prove them wrong. We're not gonna go there just yet. Okay, let's see. Then we have Revenge of the Merchants Guild. An unsent letter from Varric waits in the war room, addressed to Jarek Day's General Merchant Guild. Jarek, I need a key to the Merchant Guild cipher from 1 month ago, and you still have payments left on the loans House Tefras gave you for your rescue mission to Amgarak. So I think we could make a deal. I get the cipher, and your debt disappears like financial magic. And Nightingale, since I know you will open this and read it, before it gets sent, don't bother to keep a copy. The guild changes their codes every month because dwarves are naturally paranoid. Varric Tefras. So Josephine is the only one that will go with this. Sent a letter to Denerim. Getting the cipher will help Leliana find the killer. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And then I believe we only have Colin left. Okay. So we have annexing Kirkwall. The worst of the Mage Rebellion is now past. However, the Mage who started it all, who destroyed the chantry in Kirkwall and murdered Grand Cleric Athena and dozens of the innocent faithful, is still at large. The fanatic Anders must be brought to justice. Though he may no longer be in the city, it is still home to many of his known associates. I thus resolved to invade Kirkwall to locate Anders, but Starkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city has not proceeded as planned. The city's resistance opposes me. They forget that I do this for the good of the city and for all the free marches. As staunch ally of the Inquisition, I entreat support for this endeavor, that Kirkwall may be brought under control before more innocents are harmed. Sebastian Vale. We have a chance to end this to our advantage. Eveline will back down in the face of our overwhelming force. If we bolster Sebastian with Inquisition agents as his advisors, we can keep him from doing more damage. The prince means to retaliate against anyone who ever harbored Anders. Kirkwall's resistance is headed by Captain Eveline. With our help, she can break Sebastian's resolve and send him running back to Starkhaven. Or I fear that diplomatic ramifications of having our soldiers seen as part of a conquering army. Let us tell the prince that the Inquisition has no one to spare. After the destruction of Haven, who would blame us? Ooh, I think I'll go with Cullen.
All right.
There we go. Let's back out then, so we can speak with Josephine.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's our next move?
What's the next favor we need to get these Duparacats a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Ah, okay, so we have to go back to that again. But I don't have anyone for that at the moment, so we can travel to Varayo for Blackwall. Who shall I bring? I'll bring Iron Bull, Sarah, and Varric. Dorian, sorry. Ooh, it's raining. Ooh, everyone leveled up as well. Let's see. Dorian. Simulacrum. If you are knocked unconscious, the spirit you control takes on your likeness and fight on your behalf for a short time. The spirit draws magic directly from the fate, casting spells without cost, and you cannot be revived by any means until the spirit leaves. Power of the Dead. Killing enemies attracts spirits that increase the power of your spells for a short time. I like the sound of this one, so we can get that one first. Sarah. We can get Killer's Alchemy. And then Bull. Terrifying Fury. Your critical strikes have a chance to cause a gory mess and send nearby enemies fleeing in panic or scenting blood. Being near a badly wounded enemy spurs you into a frenzy, driving you to move faster and giving you a better chance of striking deadly blows. There you go. Get that one. Let's see.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Who's this man to Blackwall? A brother? A friend?
Poor bastard. So, where's food? Orlaisians always stock these things.
Sarah.
Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall.
What?
I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead. And has been for years.
What?
I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Ooh. How did this come to be? She of the highwayman repents. Gallow master, hold thy hand, hold it back a while. Callous juror, let me stand, let me bear a smile. For comes my brother distant, for comes my savior soon. I stand here most insistent, I will receive my boon. Fellow soldier, hold thy voice, hold it if you may. Fellow shoulders, show my choice, I am in your sway. You know my crime was cruel, and all my pain deserved. I stand here as a fool, despite my brother served. Mother dearest, look away, look into the sun. Others nearest gone astray, you will be undone. For no more will I prattle, and no more will I pray. Here you must the rattle, as life will fly away. From songs of old Orlais, she of the highwayman repents. Inscription collected by formerly Sister Laudine. So what do we have to go? We have to go here. We have to speak to Rainier in his cell. So he lied to us all this time. That's why he didn't notice the... That's why he didn't notice the calling. There's something here. Oh, it's from Warden? But I can't speak with her now. Let's see, can I just walk in? Apparently so. Is there anything around here?
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You really killed those people?
Was the bailiff telling the truth? Did you really do those things?
Yes, I did. It's all true. It's time we all took a good look at who I really am. Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
I'm not convinced.
Would a monster have given himself up? Somewhere along the line, you stopped pretending.
Ooh, we can still speak with him? Let's see.
Yes.
Who was the real Blackwall?
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valchavan for the joining. The Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a darkspawn, and fill a vial with its blood.
Yeah.
When I returned, I found the Warden ambushed by more of the creatures.
Ooh.
He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Maybe, but he didn't think so.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valchavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
Who is Tom Rainier?
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlaisian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
Who's Mornay?
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
What is your crime exactly then?
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed, why.
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celene's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
What did you tell your men?
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question, just as your men trust you.
Our cause is just.
Our men follow me because they believe our cause is righteous.
They believe it because that's what you tell them.
So you murdered Callier's family.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celene or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
It shouldn't be that way.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
I want to know something else.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes?
Ah, never mind.
That's all for now.
Nothing else? Yeah, no. Okay, can we look around here? Doesn't look like it.
I have Leliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Summarize it.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlaisian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celene's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Thank you.
This is helpful, or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
What would you do?
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
People change.
He wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind. He had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Should get him out.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Sure. Let's see. Should head back here, because I saw there was also something new here. Let's see. Yeah, this. It's a new shop added.
A moment of fashionable drama.
There is no doubt. Captain Tom Rainier.
He wore the shield.
That is concerning, yes.
Concerning? He's a butcher.
I don't have a concern about this, Corypheus, or what have you.
Oh, yes.
Let's see. Oh yeah, this got added. What is it? Just things. Weapons. Grips and whatnot. Okay. That's it. Oop. Okay, let's travel back then to Skyhold and see what we can do with that. I'm gonna first check if it has to do with if it's like a power thing that we have to do, or if it's actually like the people that I need with it. Yeah, here it is. If you think it worthwhile, we can have Tom Rainier, previously known to us as Blackwall.
What happened in Adamant is a shame. I'm still reeling over the army of demons. Imagine what would have happened if the Inquisitor hadn't arrived.
Released from the Valrayor prison in which he awaits justice. Keep in mind, Inquisitor, that he is wanted in Orlais for the massacre which claimed the lives of Lord Vincent Callier, general and staunch ally of Celene and all of Callier's family. I leave this in your hands, Colin. 2 problems, 1 solution. There was a traitor to our cause, a man similar in build and appearance to Rainier. We bind and gag him, and have him take Rainier's place. He is condemned instead, and the world believes Rainier has paid the price. We can storm the prison with a small force and take Rainier into our custody.
I've arranged an accord between the Marquis and the Dowager. Wonder of wonders. Perhaps they can be useful to us after all.
Farayo's prison guards will oppose us. We should be prepared for casualties. I can request a special dispensation from the Orlesian throne, allowing Tom Rainier to be transferred to the Inquisition's custody. This may anger some, but after Halam Shiral, they owe us a favor. I can do that. The dispensation came. Few questions asked. What passed in Halam Shiral is fresh in their minds. Rainier awaits your just judgment. Let's go judge him then. Ooh, I'm quite curious to see how this is going to go.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
I hate to see you like this.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
This will be forgotten.
Once the world is back to normal, no one will even remember this.
I'll remember. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
Keep him in servitude. Free him to make amends for his crimes. Or the Wardens will decide. So he can become one. You are free if you atone.
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were or the Warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for.
Will he still serve the Inquisition?
If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Tom Rainier.
There we go. Is he back here again? Yes. Oh, he's still known as Blackwall. Okay. I think I'll quickly sort out my whole entire inventory system. And maybe even take care of like the new armors and whatnot. Depending on the amount of resources that I have. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we can do next up then. Can go actually to the Emporium. Let's see if there's any new schematics or no. Or I shouldn't say new schematics, I should say schematics that I can afford.
Help yourself to a sock from the basket.
Ugh.
But only one!
No, I'm good, thank you. Okay, so we have the Warhammer. Okay. Like that. Can get them. There we go. Can have that for now. See, that's the wrong one. For crafting materials. We've got Weaving Skill, Volcanic Orm. What's that? Storm Heart. What's the cheapest? Blue Vitriol. got infinite of that, I see. Ah, okay. Anything else here? No.
Do not antagonize Chauncey the tiny bear. He may be small, but he nips.
Yeah, I forgot about these. Fuck. What's the cheapest that we can afford? Winter's Breath. It's a shield. Okay. Oh my god, I need to save so much money. Anything nice here? Probably. Oh wow. Yeah, no, that's good. But again, I cannot afford it at this moment. Let's see what we can do next then. Perhaps we can return to the Storm Coast so we can take care of these things. The Darkspawn stuff. There we go. You also have a report.
I've news, sir.
Report.
What is it? This may be worthwhile.
Okay, let's see about these Darkspawn. Oh, there's more Red Templars here. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Put that down. Energy barrage. Escape. Can I enter? There we go. Well, that's not what we came here for, but
Can't even see the other shore. That's far.
Can we get away from the water? I'm feeling seasick already.
Sorry, Dorin. It's in a cave here. Wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. Yeah, there they are. Ooh, gotta have Alpha. That's not good. Can also trap him. There he goes. Do that. There we go. Got him.
Everyone still breathing? Lovely.
Let's see what they'll drop. Gold. Deep Stalker. There we go. Did they come from here? Ah, yeah, we need to energize this. There we go. That's 1 out of 4. Where's the other one? But here? Is it in the cave? I imagine. I think so. Let's go over there then. Oh, I'm a bit lost. That's here. Ooh. I missed this. The Kun. Long ago, the Ashkari lived in a great city by the sea. Wealth and prosperity shone upon a city like sunlight, and its people grumbled in discontent. The Ashkari walked the streets of his home and saw that all around him were the signs of genius, triumphs of architecture, artistic masterpieces, the palaces of wealthy merchants, libraries, and concert halls. But he also saw signs of misery, the poor, sick, lost, frightened, and the hopeless. And the Ashkari asked himself, how can one people be both wise and ignorant, great and ruined, triumphant and despairing? So the Ashkari left the land of his birth, seeking out other cities and nations, looking for a people who had found wisdom enough to end hopelessness and despair. He wandered for many years through empires, filled with palaces and gardens, but in every nation of the wise, the great, and the mighty, he found the forgotten, the abandoned, and the poor. Finally, he came to a vast desert, a wasteland of bare rock, clawing at the empty sky, where he took shelter in the shadow of a towering rock and resolved to mediate until he found his answer or perished. Many days passed until one night, as he gazed out from the shadow of the rocks, he saw the lifeless desert awaken. 100,000 locusts hatched from the barren ground, and as one they turned south, a single wave of moving earth. The Ashkari rose and followed in their wake, a path of devastation, miles wide. The once verdant lands turned to waste, and the Ashkari's eyes were opened. Existence is a choice. There is no chaos in the world, only complexity. Knowledge of the complex is wisdom. From wisdom of the world comes wisdom of the self. Mastery of the self is mastery of the world. Loss of the self is the source of suffering. Suffering is a choice and we can refuse it. It is our own power to create the world or destroy it. And Ashkari went forth to his people.
Stupid darkspawn ruin everything. We're killing them, right? Because we are.
No. I believe it's through here. Yeah. Ooh, I didn't want to put that down, but I will. You can lightning. There you go.
I'll never get all the blood out of this.
Here you go. That's the second one. Let's see. There's one there and one there. Okay, we can travel here then. Oof. Hello. There we go. Chain lightning. Escape. There we go. Ooh, I can't see at all, man. Put this down. There we go. Chain lightning. Jesus, Dorian. No, it's not worth it now. There you go. One more left. There we go. And that one is sealed. Now we can make our way to that.
So you'll be careful when you throw all that fire around, yeah?
As long as you're careful where you shoot all those arrows.
You magic me, I'll put 3 in your eye.
Now we can live together in peace and harmony. That went pretty well, I think.
What do we have to... Ah, here, okay. There we go. So we did all that. Now we also have this. I have no idea what that is about, really, besides there being Red Templars there. So I'm guessing they're mining there?
Nothing to report, sir.
Would make sense because there's also like a tyke there, so perhaps it's because of that. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can go through here now. Bunch of deep mushroom.
More red lyrium.
Oh, sorry. Are you guys not coming through? There you go. Can the rest now come? No. Oh, you come eventually, I imagine. Yep, there you are. Let's see. There we go.
The Red Templars have dug in here.
Yeah.
So let's undig them.
Not sure if that works like that, Sarah. Let's put this down here. Energy barrage. Chain lightning. Put this down. Come on, bull. Energy barrage. There we go. Ooh. Put something there. Okay. Well, I should have taken Varric with me, but oh well. He still approves. That's good. Oh, there's something there. But there's also a landmark here. Darwin's Mouth. Built into the cliffs of the Storm Coast, the port of Darwin's Mouth once connected the Dwarven Tykes to the Waking Sea. In addition to increasing trade between the dwarves and their allies in the Tevinter Imperium, direct access to the deep roads meant diplomats from Orsamar could visit the port without fear of losing their stone sense. The site thus became a popular meeting place for ambassadors of two nations. When Darkspawn incursions forced the dwarves to retreat into Orsamar, the deep roads leading to Darwin's Mouth were sealed and the port fell into disuse. At least, all reputable use of the port ceased. Bandits, smugglers, and pirates are known to use the various caves along the Storm Coast, including Darwin's Mouth itself, for their own gains. From the Storm Coast and its history by Brother Vincent, chantry scholar. So there's something here. There you go. Take that. I'm guessing we go through here then. Ooh. Ooh, there you go. Deep mushroom. Take that. Ooh, where are we? Got some deep mushroom here. Summerstone. Deep mushroom. Oh, hello. Better than you. New energy rush. Put this down. There we go. Summerstone here.
Poor Templars had enough to deal with before this red lyrium crap.
Unsigned journal. The red potion was bitter and burned my throat. It was nothing like the lyrium I know. There was a hum in my mind, a held note that seemed to curse through my entire being. The power it brought was incredible. I felt as if I held all the world in my palm, and I could crush it with a thought. Is this what the Maker feels? I can think of nothing else but that power now. A taste of the limitless makes it impossible for a man to be content with the ordinary. Why be what I am when I can be more? Yikes. Spindleweed. Oh, looks like there's a way to go from there. I'm guessing, is that the way to continue on? Some loot here. Raider bow. Let's see, what was down there? Okay, here we go. Can put this down. Can put that down as well. Energy barrage. And the chain lightning. Put this down. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Chain lightning. Ooh. Well, that's not good. Why did you take so many? There's a room there. Let's see about this one. Ooh. Well, don't mind if I do. A father's letter. This letter would never received its intended recipient. My dearest Vanilla, how are you? How is your auntie Caitlin? My dear girl would never give trouble, I hope. How are your studies? Perhaps you could read some of this letter to her, to show her how much you're learning. I'm sorry to have been away for so long. I have a duty. Remember when Mother was very sick and she asked you to fetch her water and you did it because you loved her? It's like that. Sometimes we have to do difficult things because they help other people that we love. The country is ill, and I have to try to make her better. Don't worry, I am not alone here. And now we have a special medicine that will help us make us stronger, so we can fight better. It won't be long till all the mages are all gone and we are safe again. I will be home again. All my love and prayers, Father. Then we have service dwarves. In Orzammar, dwarven society is divided into rigid castes with houses that compete for power and prestige, but all that is discarded when a dwarf abandons the stone for the surface. Under the open sky, everyone is equal, or so the story goes. The truth is that thousands of years of tradition are not easily tossed aside. Even though surface dwarves are officially stripped of their caste, many maintain a hierarchy among themselves along the old caste lines. Formerly noble houses are accorded more respect than casteless brands who come up in search of opportunity. The poorest noble dwarf of the surface looks upon the rich lower caste dwarfs with contempt. Upper-class surface dwarf society is roughly divided into two camps: Kalnas, who insist on maintaining caste and rank, typically those from the noble or merchant caste families, and Ascendants, who believe in leaving Orzammar's traditions on the ground and embracing life in the sunlit world. Maintaining some tie to Tuorsamar was seen for generations as the only lifeline for surface dwarves, bringing surface goods to their king underground, and lyrium and metals to the surface was not only the most lucrative means of making a living, but also a sort of sacred duty, as many surface dwarves willingly accepted exile and the loss of their caste to better serve their house or patron. In recent years, many surface dwarves, particularly ascendants, have branched out. They started banks, mercenary companies, and overland trade caravans. They became investors and speculators in merely surface trade. These new industries have proven tremendous sources of wealth, but are looked down upon by their more conservative king. For less affluent surface dwarfs, association with a powerful Kulna can open many doors. They can get credit with dwarven merchants and are offered work opportunities by the powerful dwarven merchant guild more readily, sometimes than more qualified but less connected individuals. From the Dowager Field to Guide to Good Society by Lady Alkaiwan. Got this. There we go. Oh, it's over here. Ooh, we can open it. Oh, I need a temple key. Where can I find that then? Maybe here? Nice, got another banner. And more loot. Well, it's not here. Maybe I find it somewhere else. Let's go through here then. More summerstone I can get. Oh, is anything here? Doesn't look like it. Ooh, the mannequin scared me for a moment. I was like, Templar. Oh, they're stone. I believe they're from the DLC with oh fuck, what was her name again? It was with the DLC where we went to Chateau Hain. Of Talis, that was her name. I believe, right? Oh, there they are. Put this down. New energy brush. The chain lightning. There we go. Let's explore this bit then.
You're doing all right, Dorian. I know family stuff can be rough.
Would you know about it? True Qunari don't have families.
Finding out you don't fit in with the people who raised you. Having to walk away from everything you grew up with. Knowing you've disappointed the ones who loved you. I might know a bit. Takes a tough man to do it too. So good on you. You big old father.
Yay, good on me.
Go, pure red lyrium, lovely. Could you destroy this, please? Thank you. Raider bow. Ah, I thought I could maybe jump that, but I don't think I can. Nothing. Ooh, that way. Let's be careful. More tempers there. Go Battle of Valerian Knucklebone Relic, Paragon Idukin Carving, and Deep Stalker Hide. Hello. How about you join this pretty cage? Can do energy broken them and chain lightning. Put this down. Put this on me. Chain lightning. There we go.
I believe we've broken the Templar's hold here.
Let's see. Anything around here then? Something here. There we go. So some blood loaders. Or black loaders, not blood. Ah, there's one more there. There we go. Row the boat? Where does this go then? Not sure. Where would it go? Doesn't tell me either. Oh, I missed something. Well, can do that. Oh wait, no, that's I need the key for that, but I don't know where the key is. Do I need to make the key? Or did I miss something? Anyway, I think I'll leave this episode here then for now, and then in the next we can find out where the hell this boat will take us. But also we can hopefully find out about the key, how that works exactly. And let's see. I think we can also continue on with the Exalted March. The Exalted Plane, sorry. But yeah, I'll leave this episode here for now and see you guys in the next one. Bye!